we all need some type of validation. And it's only right. We want our accolades. But when you live for validation, you are on the wrong path. Unless you live for the validation of the Most High or whoever you subscribe to. Buddha, Jesus, whoever, you know? There's a lot of, oh, I know this person, me and them is mad, cool. There's a lot of, this is a classic one. There's a lot of, oh, I'm married, oh, I'm in a relationship. You know, nowadays you get condemned for being single, you know? And just people who live, even living through your accolades, whether you earned them or not, you know? Just living, people live through their shirt. They live through their drink. I've seen people live through what liquor they drunk at the club last night, you know? And it's just, we've come to a place that we got to remember who we are. You are a divine being of the Most High, living God. Yeah, I had to stop rocking for that one because I'm in my little chair. And a lot of times, especially in relationships, we get validated through relationships. First of all, can't nobody validate me through no relationship. I'm me. I'm me. You know, I only person I'm validating or want to really be validated by is the Most High. People that's close to me in a healthy way. You know, I do not live through anybody else but me. You know, and yeah. Now that my little ego trip is out of the way, I want to get back on task. Like, people will define us through the actions and the lives of other people. And I'm going to get back to using relationships as an example, because nowadays if you are not in a relationship, then you're some horrible and bad person. But let me tell you something. If a man is not in a relationship, is he not still a man? Because I believe in rites of passage. I believe that as long as that man is responsible for his life and his actions, and he holds himself accountable, takes accountability when he is wrong, or when he is right, for that matter. Because that's the only time we want to use the word accountability. You know, we never want to give people credit when it's due. We don't want to give them accountability for that. But yeah, as long as he's taking accountability for his actions in his life, that man is a man. As long as he is taking care of himself, then that man is a man. It does not take for a man to have a woman and children to define him as a good man or not. Is he brushing his teeth today? Is he showering today? Is he praying today? Is he working for what he wants today? Is he having integrity today? Whether he's alone or in a relationship. If a man does not have a woman, does it not still make him a man if he does manly things? The same goes for women, especially us, because you know they love being in the comment section. Oh yeah, she's single. She's single. Let me tell you something. Being single and happy is like something some people won't understand. It's almost like being a spiritual being and believing in reincarnation and things of that nature. If you've never had a lucid dream, if you've never astral projected, if you've never seen a spirit or even a demon for that matter, then chances are you won't believe in the spiritual realm. And people who have yet to find themselves in happiness without validating themselves through a relationship, they just will not understand being happy and single. You're looking at one of them. You know, this time around, this is actually like the second time that I've been absolutely happy being single. Absolutely happy. Just, I get a lot done, a whole lot more done. I have time to do this. I have time for myself, and I love myself. I'm happy with myself. I'm a woman regardless, because I take damn good care of myself. I respect myself. I love myself. I honor myself. I honor the Most High first and foremost. I am a good person. These are the things that allow us to be men and women. I don't need nobody else to be a woman. And if a man knows who he is, he know he don't need nobody else to be a man. You ever been around your girlfriend, and she got all the kids, and she been cussing at them all day. They acting like a fool. They running all around and carrying on, and she done told these kids to sit down and be quiet, and everything that she gonna do to them if they don't, a million gazillion times. They should chill out for a few minutes, and then they back right at it 5 minutes later. Have you ever noticed that if the presence of their father, uncle, grandpa, whoever comes in that door, how serene things get? I mean, I've experienced this as a child, my damn self, you know. Cutting the fool. Father come home, I'm in the house, pipes down a little bit, you know. We still do what we do, but we got to go do that over there in the corner now, you know. In the cut, side of the closet. That's me and my sister, Dina, and my brothers, but mostly us. And I think the role of a man is a very powerful role. If you don't need to go looking for yourself through anybody. That's my point. It's already there. It's already God given. When a woman is walking down the street, she gets approached randomly. If she doesn't want to be bothered, maybe somebody will say something slick to her. But your presence by her side shuts all of that down. You see, I'm home, and any woman could be home, right? You know, alone and chilling, but there is nothing. You feel safe and secure, but there's nothing like when there is a protective man there with you. You sleep better at night. Like, if you're by yourself, you good. You gonna arm yourself up. I hope so. But when you have that masculine energy there, that good masculine energy. Now, I'm not talking about that toxic stuff that you got to worry about him more than you got to worry about anybody. You understand what I'm saying? Not him. I'm talking about a real provider and protector. You feel like you can sleep sound at night. You know if anybody comes to that door. You know if anything comes through the window. You know he got you. And even some of these little toxic men, they'll have you in some areas, but it ain't gonna be nothing like a good man has it. So, brothers, I want y'all to take on your role, embrace your role. Your role is a powerful role, and you do not need to be defined by anybody. Sister, you do not need to be defined by anybody. You do not live through anybody but yourself. You know? It's sad that the world has actually come to this. I've been in the comment sections, and whether I'm in a relationship or not, I speak up for women, you know. And hear somebody come behind me, oh, I bet she's single. That's why you're single now. The whole time been in a relationship for 5 years straight. Then you got those who like to disrespect the women. Oh, I can tell she ain't got no fault. I can tell she ain't got no fault. You come in the comment sections or whatever, and you're defending them. Oh, you ain't had no fault either. My father been in my life all my life till the day he died. You know? So it's this thing where people trying to validate you through other people and what you have and whatnot. And then speaking of that, I'm just going to go into another topic. Another reason why I don't like that. Whatever happened to the respect for a single woman? When I was growing up, like, single women were seen as superheroes. There was so much respect for them. And their children, especially the children, you know, growing up without a parent is not easy. Nowadays, people, yeah, you ain't had no father. You got mommy issues. Like, where do we get off teasing people who don't have a parent or who was abandoned by their parent? Where we do that at now? And then people probably like, well, who's Mimi? Where's all these Bible verses coming from and all of this stuff? This is who I am. This is just the part of me that y'all have not seen. I'm a very godly woman. Where is the godliness in this world? Don't get it twisted. I got some ungodly ways, but where's the godliness at? That is ugly, to take somebody who don't have a parent and tell them that's why this, that, and the third is wrong with them. That is not even ugly. It's evil and dark and wicked. And let's keep it real. You got 2-parent households. And let me tell you something. If the person is not right, You know what I'm saying? You got a toxic woman in you or a toxic man. What you think gonna happen to the mentality of those kids? And if the mentality of the child is messed up, what do you think is gonna happen to the action of the kids? So just because somebody grew up without a father, or a woman is single, or a father for that matter is just a single father, doesn't mean determine whether the child is gonna be made or break. It doesn't mean whether they're gonna be make it or break it. Like, y'all get what I'm saying. But I wanted to talk about that because it's such a thing nowadays. You are a man through rites of passage. When you earn being a man, whether you're in a relationship or not, whether you have friends or not, you are a woman based on the same level through your rites of passage. You know, you earn your way to being a man or a woman. There's a difference between a lady, a woman, a girl. There's a difference between a boy, a man, a gentleman. There's differences, you know? And a lot of us, unfortunately, have not worked ourselves up to being men and women. But guess what? The sun rose. It's still another day. And we are sitting under unconditional love. Unconditional love. And that's another topic. But anyway, to he who has an ear, let him hear.